Hi there, I'm Tyson, a producer at Dinosaur Dog Studio, and I wanted to talk today to you about how to be successful as an independent artist, and by using the advice from an artist known as Nic D. Nic D started releasing music on Spotify in 2018, and by 2020 had over 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Completely independent, was never signed, just through consistent content and also advertising via social media. So he had a post recently on Instagram about how he did it, and how that everybody who wants to make it in music should follow his advice because, again, he was very successful with minimal prior knowledge about the music industry. So here are his 10 pieces of advice, 10 points that every independent artist should be doing if you're not already. So number one is be so consistent, it's impossible to ignore you. This was also quoted in a book by Clinton Sparks, How to Win Big in the Music Business. Putting out content and being everywhere so that people can't possibly ignore that you exist. That way they'll take notice of you. If you think about it, a lot of pop artists spread their name out there because you hear of them from a friend, and then you also hear their songs on the radio, and then you might be suggested to listen to their or watch their YouTube video or their song on Spotify. Because you're having these different outlets that you're receiving that information through, you're more likely to actually listen to that song or that artist, or at least give them a try, right? So the same applies to independent artists, anybody who's trying to build a fan base. They need to be multiple places, and they need to be exposing themselves multiple different times to a single person. And also just showing up multiple times, right? So showing up every single month, releasing a song or some piece of content that is going to put eyeballs in front of your music. All right, so that's number one. Number two is content is king. You need a lot of it. Number three is done is better than perfect. Don't obsess over every single tiny detail in a song or in a project. By doing more repetitions, you're going to improve yourself a lot more than just obsessing over a single project. Again, repetition is going to lead to higher growth in both your brand, your fan base, and also your own skills. So just produce a lot of content and make sure that it's as high as quality as you can reasonably. Number four is quality is subjective. Make sure that you're not listening just to everybody who gives you feedback. While feedback is incredibly important, there are types of feedback that are just not helpful, and people are going to hate on you. It's inevitable if you build any sort of fan base or following. Ignore the haters, focus on the people who actually care about you, but do take into account helpful criticism from those who are looking out for your best interests. Number five is create more than you consume. Be careful of online courses. While I love them too, they can be a waste of time if you're not actually implementing what you learn in those courses into your actual practice of whatever you're doing. When you learn something, immediately apply it. Learn by doing over learning by just watching videos of other people doing it. Number six is what do you care about? And then create content around that. People want to connect with more than just music. They want to be able to connect with a person on the other side of the music. And so make sure that you're actually writing about stuff that you care about that other people will likely care about as well. Number seven is love people well. This is self-explanatory. Number eight is give without any expectation of receiving. While there is psychological principles that say if you give something to somebody that's valuable, they will likely want to return the favor in some way, but don't count on that, and just be a good human and give to others who you can help. Number nine is you know how serious you are by your excuses. If you're not willing to wake up early to work on your music and work on your brand, then it's likely not as important to you than others. Because I guarantee somebody else is waking up at 5:30 to get stuff done in order to grow their fan base and grow their musical career. If you're not willing to do that, then it may not mean that much to you. And then the last point, number 10, is don't find excuses, find a way. Don't just throw your hands up. I don't know how to do Facebook ads. Learn how to do them. There's a lot of tutorials out there that will help you learn almost anything. or there are people who are willing to tell you specific information that you need. If you want to know about licensing your music, there are people out there who will just freely give that information to you. Just go seek them out and find them and talk to them. So don't just find excuses to get out of whatever is difficult, lean into whatever is difficult, and find a way to complete it. All right, so I hope this was helpful. I hope this was encouraging to you. And if you are interested in working with me at Dinosaur Dog Studio, you can go to dinosaurdogstudio.com. There's a link in the description for you. And you can request to chat with me through dinosaurdogstudio.com. And I would love just to connect with you, see what you're up to, and see if there's any way that I can help you. All right, thanks for watching. If you're interested in turning your demos into fully produced, ready to release songs that have the best chance of success, go ahead and go to dinosaurdogstudio.com. I can give you a free quote on any project. And thanks for watching. I hope to see you soon.